Wax and Book Friends. I'm Amber. If you're new, welcome. Welcome back if you're returning. I post about all things home fragrance and bookishness stuff. And I'm so happy to have you here today. Today's video is all about a super special thing that Scentsy did for us for the month of November. If you haven't heard about it, through Scentsy Club, which is our subscription service, it's my absolute favorite thing ever. I adore Scentsy Club. There's so many perks. My favorite being the Always Get My Bar perk, which coincides with what I'm going to talk about today. For the month of November, Scentsy has released hundreds of old retired bars, not old pours, but just old, at least I hope they're not super old pours, but retired bars back to where you can get them through Scentsy Club. So all those bars that we've been clamoring for, not all of them obviously, because there's thousands of retired bars, but these are some of the more recent popular ones that people have been asking for back. They brought them back, and you can get them through Scentsy Club for the month of November. So these are, it was hard to narrow down, but these are top 20 for me bars that I would recommend to you if you're not familiar with them. You're a newer purchaser of Scentsy, or just maybe ones that have flown under the radar for you. These are some that I would recommend. So it was hard to narrow down to 20, like I said, but I've narrowed it down to 20. And then after that, we'll go ahead and take a look at all the bars that are available for this month to add to club. I'll give my thoughts as I'm going through them. So stay tuned for that as well. So some of these I have bars on hand and some I don't. So I will be adding them to my club because some of these are for sure Scentsy heartbreaks for me, which means I either was dumb and didn't put it in my Scentsy Club to begin with, or I was dumb and I kicked it out of my club, but now it's back for this month, and so I can add it, and I'm so excited. So let's jump into it now that I've rambled for over 2 minutes. The first one, this was just back in July for Bring Back My Bar, but maybe you didn't try it then, or you just didn't pick it up and now you're regretting it. That is Apple and Oats. I adore this. I was so happy it came back and Bring Back My Bar. I did add it to my club then, so I do already have this in my club. The notes for this one are rich, buttery oats, caramelized apple, and warm hints of cinnamon beckoned straight from a farmhouse kitchen. Now, on cold, it's not really anything that feels like it will be that amazing. But this really comes alive when it's warming. That's why I say it may have flown under the radar for you, because you sniffed it and you're like, this doesn't mean, what? I'm not impressed with this. And so you haven't ever gotten around to warming it, or you passed on it. This comes alive when it's warming. It gives you the coziest, most delicious apple oatmeal fragrance. To me, it reminds me of oatmeal cookies that I just took out of the oven, so they're still warm, buttery, and they're cookies that I might have put some little apple chunks in them, and that's what it reminds me of. It's so good. So I for sure recommend this one. So Apple and Oats is my first of the 20, and there's no order to any of these at all. I just went through the list and did alphabetical order in regards to deciding on the 20. The next one is a Scentsy heartbreak for me. I'm not sure if I will club it or just get a few bars before they go away, and because there are a few that will just be that. But either way, I'm getting some of them, and it's one that I do recommend, and that is Apple cherry strudel. So apple cherry strudel is Granny Smith apple, cherry, and vanilla drizzle. Insist on dessert first. It also feels like there is that strudel note in it, even though it's not listed. This one is super strong. And the reason I probably won't keep it in my permanent club is because it is super strong, but it does die really quickly. Lasts half the day possibly. But while it's going, it is such a powerhouse and it's such a yummy gourmand fragrance. And sorry guys, most of these wax bars that I am going to recommend are the gourmand bakery bars. There are others, but most of them are gourmand. So just to let you know. So anyway, apple cherry strudel, so delicious. And I'm picky about cherry scents, but I love the cherry in this. It's a tart cherry, not sickeningly sweet, which is the one type of cherry I don't usually like. But in this one, it's so good. So while it is going, it is amazing. It just dies really quickly. So that is apple cherry strudel. Oh, and just an FYI for you guys too, there are bars that are available that are absolute favorites of mine, but I tried to pick ones that overall felt like would be ones that most people would like, and not the more controversial bars like Everything Nice. I adore that scent. It is in my club, but that is an either love or hate it type of scent. So I tried to pick ones that I felt like overall were ones that would appeal to most people. So just to get that out of the way. So there are bars that I love that some people hate, but I'm not including that in this list. Okay, the next one is one I'm so happy I get to add to my club. So this one is going into my permanent quarterly club, and that is Black Forest Pine. So this is one of those heartbreaks for me that I did have it in my club at one point in time, and I kicked it out because I thought it was going to make it into the catalog, and it didn't. It was a scent of the month, like 4 years ago, something like that. And it's amazing. So the notes are dark fir balsam accented with pepper tangerine and an air of smoked vanilla. So it is an evergreen scent, but I wouldn't say it's a Christmas tree scent, if that makes sense. So like Very Snowy Spruce to me is my favorite Christmas tree scent. It's the one that I love to melt during Christmas time. But I feel like Black Forest Pine is just an overall winter scent. It's got that smoked vanilla, so there's a sweetness to it. And then that peppered tangerine just gives it a tiny bit of brightness and depth to the balsamness of the tree scent, and it's so good. I really adored the scent. I feel like it flew under the radar for a lot of people when it was a scent of the month. I think, in my opinion, even if you don't normally like evergreen fir pine scents, I would say give this one a try, because it isn't that normal sharp resinous tree. It has depth to it. If you're like a straight up fruity, don't like tree scents at all, maybe you wouldn't like this one. But if you are good with some woodsy scents, I say give this one a try because it's so good. And I'm so happy I can put it back in my club. Yes. So that is Black Forest Pine. Then after that, this is one that just retired from the spring summer catalog, and I just wanted to note it as a recommendation because it feels like maybe it won't be coming back in this next spring summer catalog in March when we get it. And I did notice there are a few scents that were in this past spring summer catalog that could be on the chopping block, but specifically this one I wanted to note because it is one of my all-time favorite summer scents, and that is Cocoa Lime. And I thought I had a bar, but I used it up over the summer, I guess, because I don't have it right now. So Cocoa Lime, I'm not normally a citrus person, but Cocoa Lime is the most amazing key lime scent. So the description is coconut milk and creamy vanilla get energized with a citrusy splash of fresh lime. So the coconut that's in it, if you're like not a big coconut fan, I would say still give this a try, because the coconut is more of like, it just creams the scent out a little bit. I would, excuse me, I would say for sure it's lime forward still. But the coconut and what was it, a vanilla in it, just kind of mellow it out a touch to where it's not as like sharp. But it's amazing. Out of all the citrus scents, summery citrus scents that are available in this Bring Back My Bar Add to Club stuff, this is the one for me that I feel like you should have. So Cocoa Lime, that one is in my club already. Already added it before the retiring of the spring summer catalog. Okay, the next one I don't have. This one I'm either going to stock up on, or maybe I'll add it for a time to my quarterly club, and that is Frosted Vanilla. This retired 2 fall winter seasons ago, I think it was. Never came back. And the description is a wonderland of sweet vanilla bean and birch bark with a rush of frosty air. This is such a unique wintry vanilla scent, and it's so yummy. The birch really adds this extra something to it that I just love. And then the frosty air, there is a slight mintiness to it, but I wouldn't consider this a minty scent, honestly. It is vanilla wood with a tiny bit of mint, and it's such a good one. It was at one point in time in my club, and then I decided to kick it out. But I would like to, that's why I'm dithering. I'm dithering on whether to keep it in my quarterly or just get a few bars of it. I don't know. It's so hard to choose, but I can't keep every single bar in my like club. The one that's pretty like consistent. So I don't know, but I highly recommend that if you're looking for a different type of wintry vanilla that isn't like an overly mint scent. Frosted Vanilla is a good one. Okay, the next one after that is one I do have on me. This is in my club already, and that is Graham Cracker Crunch. The notes are caramelized graham cracker layered with crunchy peanut butter and creamy vanilla bean. You guys, this is such a good cozy scent along the same lines as Apple and Oats is cozy as well. This one is just such a welcoming scent, and it feels like it would be weird peanut butter in home fragrance. It's just so good. It just gives your house the most welcoming vibe to it. It's yummy. You do get the graham crackers, and you do get the peanut butter. I can't really like pick out vanilla, even though it says vanilla in it. I think maybe that just like brings the other notes all together. It's so cozy. It's so homey. It's so welcoming. So I absolutely recommend Graham Cracker Crunch. If you've never tried it, for sure give it a try while you can. If it was a heartbreak for you, absolutely add it to a Scentsy Club. So good. Okay, the next one. The next one is one that I recommend because you can't get this other scent. So if you've been with me a long time, you already know my all-time favorite scent. It's one I will never remove from my Scentsy Club. It's one that if I could only have one bar in my Scentsy Club, this would be the bar. That is Wassail Wonderland. I adore the scent. It has really strong scent memories connected to my childhood for me. I adore it. Unfortunately, this is not, that's why I said this is an alternative to this one, because you cannot get this one in club. This is not one of the ones that was let out of the vault, but I have it in my club, so I can get it. But if you are looking for something that is similar in vibes, because I do talk about this one a lot, so if you've been curious and are looking for something that is similar to Wassail Wonderland, since you can't get Wassail Wonderland, I would suggest Holly Jolly Cider. So this was part of the scents of the season, I'm pretty sure. Or I always get confused with the holiday bricks and scents of the season a lot of the times. I think this was a scent of the season like 3 years ago. And it's very similar to Wassail Wonderland. Not as good in my opinion, but it's similar vibe, except it's an apple cider instead of, in Wassail Wonderland, you get this juicy orange. That's amazing. This is an apple cider instead, but it also has touch, well, apple cider spices with the apple, and then you get a touch of evergreen, like you do in Wassail Wonderland. So since you can't get Wassail Wonderland, I think this is a nice choice instead, and that's Holly Jolly Cider. So I for sure recommend that one. Okay, next up, okay, this is one that I can't add to club. Because it has ginger in it. I'm allergic to ginger. So even like scents that have ginger, I can have a reaction to. And so unfortunately I can't, but it is a heartbreak of mine in that, besides not being able to melt it anymore, this was one of the first Scentsy bars I ever melted way back when, 2007-ish, around that time. And I loved it. And back then, my allergy hadn't presented itself yet, and so I could melt it and fall in love with it, and I didn't have any sort of reaction at the time. And that bar is Honey Pear Cider. This is such a good bar. The description is the scent of pure autumn bliss, fresh, juicy pear and sweet honey together with a subtle hint of spice. So it says fresh pear. To me, it's more of a baked or a poached pear, and mixed with that honey, and it's not a heavy honey. It's a lighter honey. It's like honey that would be in a cider is what it smells like. And then just a like warm spice. It's not like a hot red hot cinnamon or anything like that. It's just a warm, like comforting type of spice note in it. Such a good scent. It's such a good homey fall winter scent. The only thing to be aware of is that it's not the strongest. It's not the strongest performer. It is a lighter one, light medium from what I remember the last time I melted it. So just to be aware. But the scent's worth it. Even with it being lighter, I feel like the scent is worth it. It's amazing. Had been around for years and years and years, and then they finally got rid of it 5-ish or so years ago. It's so good. Give Honey Pear Cider a try because it is such a beautiful fall winter drink scent. So good. So Honey Pear Cider. I want you to enjoy it, even if I can't enjoy it. Okay, next one on the list for me is Jammin' Jubilee. This was a scent of the month 2 years ago or so. I feel like it was 2 years ago, something like that. So the description is red berry compote and blackberry zest are ready to party with the irresistible addition of sugared syrup. This is my favorite mixed berry scent. It's in my opinion, much better than Berry. It was in the catalog, Berry Sweet. I'm not really a fan of that one. Or any of the other mixed berries scents that we've had in the catalog. This one by far is the best in my opinion. It's so yummy. I feel like the blackberry and there's raspberry as well that I pick up in this are the strongest notes. And it is like a jammy mixed berry scent is what it smells like. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So get this while you can because it's obviously not going to be in the catalog. So while you have the chance, absolutely pick up Jammin' Jubilee. It's so yummy and a great performer. Okay, then, oh, you guys, this is another one I'm so excited about. And when I did my Scentsy Heartbreak videos, I had completely forgot about the scent. And then when this showed up, I was like, oh my gosh, oh yeah. Because it's hard to remember every single heartbreak that you've had. But this is for sure a heartbreak, and it's 100% being added to my club. And that is Joy and Wonder. This was a holiday collection bar like 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. And it's so good. The notes are delightful red currant and black raspberry mingle with cinnamon stick. So this to me feels like it has other like incense type notes in it as well. It feels like there could be like frankincense and myrrh. It's that type of feel to it. So it is a deep, dark berry scent, like perfect Christmas berry incense scent. So good, you guys. This is one of those that I feel like flew under the radar as well. This one is kind of polarizing. I know there are people that don't like it either, but because I was so excited and I'm adding it back to my club, I had to talk about it. But if you've tried spice berries, which I know is a super popular, it does come back a lot in Bring Back My Bars. It's voted back quite a bit. If you like spice berries, give Joy and Wonder a try because they're similar in feel. I personally prefer Joy and Wonder over spiced berries, but I enjoy spice berries as well. But just to give a frame of reference for you, that Joy and Wonder is kind of similar to spice berries. So just an FYI for you. Absolutely adding that one to club. I adore it. Okay, the next one, this one is a 2-4, a 2-4 deal for you guys, depending on what you like more. So Meant to Be Merry, which was in my club at one point in time. I have since removed it. I think with the last edit that I did with you guys, I removed it. But Meant to Be Merry is a merriment fills the air with crushed candy cane, sparkling sugar, and creamy butter cookie. So this is like a butter cookie with peppermint frosting scent. And it's yummy. It is so yummy. So I do recommend this one, but I also recommend, that's why I'm giving you a 2-fer, is Peppermint Dreams. I actually really want Marshmallow Mint Cocoa to come back, and that one wasn't part of this, unfortunately. Hopefully someday I can get that one back, but in the meantime, since I can't, Peppermint Dreams is a warm rush of chocolate cupcake cooled with a blast of fresh mint. So it depends on what you like. If you like chocolate in your home fragrance and more of that chocolate cake type of feel with your mint dessert, then I say go for Peppermint Dreams. If you're more of a vanilla cookie, vanilla cake lover, you're not into chocolate in your home fragrance, I would say go for Meant to Be Merry. Of the two, like I say, Marshmallow Mint Cocoa is my favorite. It's been a minute since I've melted Peppermint Dreams, but I do remember really loving it. of between that and marshmallow mint cocoa. I do like marshmallow mint cocoa better. I do remember that, but I have ordered this one because I want to try it again. But I wanted to give you guys options. So if you're more of a vanilla gourmand, mint to be merry. If you're cool with chocolate in your home fragrance gourmand scents, do peppermint dreams. So there you go. Okay, after that is red berry and spruce. This is a merry mix of cranberry and raspberry swirled with a sprig of blue spruce. This came out in one of our holiday collections a few years back, and then they added it to the fall winter catalog for 1 year, from what I'm remembering. I think it was just 1 year. It might have been 2 years, but 1 or 2. And it's so good. I really like this. This is a scent I recommend for those that aren't normally into evergreen scents. Excuse me. I feel like it is a good stepping stone for evergreen fragrances. The evergreen is not overwhelming. The blue spruce, it's not overwhelming at all. It is a very light, fresh, outdoorsy berry with a touch of evergreen. So highly recommend that one. It's sweet, it's fresh, it's light. It has an airy type of quality to it, like you're outside in the winter air type of thing. And then a tiny bit of spruce. So highly recommend red berry and spruce. It's such a good one. Okay, this is another one that is a twofer, and that is rum pum plum or sweet plum pastry. So rum pum plum is sweet plum jam and vanilla sugar in a flaky, buttery crust. Will have you singing a delicious melody. And then sweet plum pastry is black plum and toasted coconut garnish a marshmallow cloud. So I say it's a twofer because it depends on what exactly you want. So rum pum plum, I feel like has more of that pastry note to it. And it's a little bit of a deeper plum, more, well, I don't know. It's been a minute since now that I'm smelling it again, it's been a minute since I melted sweet plum pastry. Of the two, obviously, I like rum pum plum better. It was in my club for a minute there, because I like having that pastry note in this. I am going to be getting a sweet plum pastry so I can try it again just to decide on if I need to put it back in my club. But if nothing else, to have a bar or two of it, so I can compare them again. But this one, like I said, it depends on what you're looking for. I feel like this one is more of the pastry, and then you do get the plum, whereas the sweet plum pastry is less of the actual pastry note. But if I'm remembering right, I feel like, let me know in the comments if you've recently melted both of these and what you think. I feel like sweet plum pastry is a little bit of a deeper plum compared to this one. This one's a bit, well, that one's sweet too, but it feels like more of a cooked down plum from what I'm remembering. Let me know in the comments if you agree. But for sure, difference wise is this gives you crust, whereas sweet plum pastry doesn't. But FYI, pick up an almond croissant, although that's not part of my 20 recommendations. I do enjoy that one. So that is one that didn't make the cut for me, but I do recommend it. Pick up almond croissant and mix it with sweet plum pastry, and you will get an amazing combo and have the pastry note in it that way. So, but if we're talking just straight up the bars, I prefer rum pum plum from what I'm remembering, like I said, over sweet plum pastry, but both are great. All right, moving on. The next one I have is Spiced Ember Glow. This one I put in my club a couple times, taking it out, and then like putting it back in. This has been retired 2 or 3 years now. The description is smoked apple and toasted vanilla over cinnamon embers offer a warm and inviting escape. This one is so good. You get that like baked apple, like it's been baking, like they put it in foil and you put it on the campfire after the fires have died down, and you just have the embers, put it on the campfire, toast it that way, bake it that way, and then put your spices on the apple after it's cooked and baked, and you still get that kind of embery quality to it. So good. So the reason why I haven't like kept it in my club, even though I adore the scent, is even though it does not say it in the notes, I feel like I've had a reaction to the scent the last few times I've melted it, which makes me think there is ginger in it, even though it's not in the notes, because they can't put every single note in. It would be cool if they did, but Scentsy doesn't put every single note in the description that goes into the wax bar for the scent. So I feel like there might be a tiny, tiny touch of ginger in it, unfortunately, but it's such a good scent. So I may try it again and we'll see. I don't know, but I highly recommend it for you if you're looking for a really good, cozy, wintry type of apple scent. That one is so good. So Spiced Ember Glow. Next up is Sugar. So Sugar is one most people know about, but just in case you have never tried it, it is a fruity blend of lemon drops and cotton candy. So Sugar is a perfumey sugar scent. People compare it to Aqualina's Pink Sugar, and I would say, yeah, it's pretty much a dupe for that. So good. Such a pretty, very sweet, perfumey scent. It's really nice. I would say another one that I would recommend that is similar to Sugar, that is also available, is Pinkberry Fluff. So Pinkberry Fluff kind of gives me the same vibes as Sugar, but it is a more gourmand version, whereas Sugar is a perfume. I feel like Pinkberry Fluff is a more along the side of the bakery and less perfume, but both are so good. But since Sugar is so popular, I for sure wanted to mention Sugar. It's a good performer, and it's so sweet and fun and perfumey, very girly type of scent. So Sugar for sure. Then this is another one. I was so excited to see it because it's another heartbreak for me, and that is Toasted Acorn and Oak. This is toasted acorn and creamy chestnut roasted over golden oak, bring warmth to a crisp evening. This was one at the time that I didn't put it back in my Scentsy Club. I was trying to decide between it and First Day of Fall. I went with First Day of Fall and then regretted it after the next fall came around and Toasted Acorn and Oak wasn't in my club anymore. And I've kind of lost my love for First Day of Fall. I still really enjoy it, and it's like a tradition for me to do it on September 1st and of course the first day of fall. But I think I love Toasted Acorn and Oak more now, and so I was so happy to see it was one I could add back to my club. So Toasted Acorn and Oak, absolutely for sure. It's just one of those warm, nutty, but like outdoorsy nutty, not like baked nuts, not like Central Park praline or anything like that. but a nutty, outdoorsy type of fragrance that's perfect for the fall. So toasted acorn and oak, 100% recommend. All right, the next one, this was a scent of the month 5 years ago. It was when they were doing bricks for a few months. And so, yeah, it was about 5 years ago. And that is walnut raisin muffin. So this is fresh from the oven baked muffin spiced with cinnamon and filled with decadent golden raisins and walnuts. And this one is so good. It's exactly as it says. It smells like a muffin with raisins and spices and walnuts, and it's so yummy and cozy. It's another one of those like really cozy gourmand scents. And I never put it in my club because I had that big old brick of it from when it was a scent of the month. And it takes me forever to get through bricks. And so I didn't bother putting it in club, but it's such a cozy, homey scent. Think kind of along the same lines, as black raspberry vanilla, but then, or no, not black raspberry vanilla. No, welcome home. Along the same lines as welcome home, but add in a little bit more of a fruity note and a muffin note, and you have something similar with walnut raisin muffin. I prefer walnut raisin muffin over welcome home, but just to give you an idea, walnut raisin muffin's so good. So I for sure recommend that one. Okay, then this is another one. This one is being added to my club as well. Warm pumpkin drizzle. The description is warm clothes, comfort, cozy pumpkin with a drizzle of sweet maple syrup. This was a scent of the month 4 years ago, I think it was, and it did not come into the catalog, but I adore it. It is, even though it's not in these notes, there's also like pineapple in it, which seems like it would be really weird. I think it's really yummy. To me, it's like a bunch of Thanksgiving desserts that you're baking and taking out of the oven, and they're all sitting and cooling on the counter at the same time. So you're getting all those different pies and yummy goodness, scents like wafting through the air all at once. That's what warm pumpkin drizzle is to me. It's similar if you're familiar with Walmart Sensationals. It was a limited time offer sent to, it was called Pie Season. It feels similar to that one. If you're familiar with that scent, that's what warm pumpkin drizzle is similar, in my opinion, to that scent. So think of, like I said, a bunch of Thanksgiving desserts coming together to just scent your home with this amazing smell. So I highly recommend warm pumpkin drizzle, and I'm so happy I could put it in my club. Okay, the next one is a scent that was part of a warmer bundle that came out. It was like a surprise warmer bundle that came out last year. I did not get the bundle, but I did put the wax in my club, and that is whipped frosting. So this and Goody Goody Gumdrop, which is available as well. That's a really good like cinnamon gumdroppy scent. I do really like that one, but not, since I can only talk about 20-ish. That one made the cut, or didn't make the cut, but this one did. Whipped frosting. The description is decadent whipped butter swirled with frosted vanilla and golden sugar takes the cake. So good. This is like the best vanilla frosting scent I have ever melted. And I've melted all different kinds, including not Scentsy, and I just adore this one. So I highly 100% recommend. It's, in my opinion, better than vanilla bean buttercream, which is on my regular website. And my website's always listed down below for y'all if you don't have a consultant and you'd like to shop. It's always down there, including Scentsy Club info. Okay, next. Oh, and last. This is the last one. This just retired last fall, winter, and a lot of people were shocked that it did not come back. That is cashmere and corduroy. And this is Wrap Yourself Up in the Coziness of Creamy Vanilla, Sicilian Bergamot, and Cashmere Sandalwood. This is such a beautiful scent, and it's just amazing. And yeah, such a beautiful, sweet, cozy cashmere scent, with a little bit of brightness from the bergamot. I did have this in my club. I did end up taking it out just because I enjoy the scent the first couple days. This is one I do here in my bedroom, so I let it go the whole week. I adore the scent the first couple days, and then when the top notes die down more, the vanilla and whatnot, you're left with like the bergamot. I like it less then because it kind of takes on a dusty quality to my nose. But that's because I melted the whole week. But just the first couple of days, you get all the scents together, and it's amazing, you guys. So highly, highly recommend that one. And that's it, you guys. So those are my recommendations in regards to all the Bring Back My bars that they let out of the vault for you all. I know I was going to say I was going to go over all of them and give my thoughts, but the video is already over 40 minutes, so I think we'll pass on that. But I might do a club edit, and once I've tried some of the bars, I did place an order for some bars that I've never tried. So once I get those and try them, then I plan on doing another edit to club before the end of the month. And I'll probably go over all of it then for you guys. So thank you so much for spending some time with me. Let me know if you've tried any of these, and let me also know what you plan on picking up, what you're so excited about. Like I said, there are other bars that I do recommend, but I was just trying to cut it down to, like, if I could only choose 20, these are the 20 that I would choose for you. So anyway, I appreciate all of you. Please like and subscribe if you haven't yet for more home fragrance and book content. And until next time, TTFN. Hot talk for now.